let's just go through a couple definitions here, because this is a key concept in understanding how you're going to build apps that use your data and your customers' data. So first, there's this idea of embeddings. So let's just pretend that we have a string. And the string, we'll say the quick brown fox jumped over the lazy dog. And let's pretend we have a function. Don't worry about what the function is. It's a black box. You're going to put the string in, and it's going to spit out, it's going to convert your string to a set of coordinates, an x and y coordinate. And it's going to plot that string on a map somewhere. So if you play Minecraft, imagine you're playing in a flat world, you have show coordinates turned on, and you're going to run to, what I write, 25, 23, all right? 25.23, and your y or your z, I think, in Minecraft, would be 39.25. All right, now you're going to go through and you're going to do this for a whole bunch of blocks of text. So you're basically putting all these different blocks of text on a map, all right? And you're going to store those in what's called a vector store. So in your vector store, you're going to have a string, and then you're going to have its coordinates on your grid or on your map. So here's an example of what this looks like in real life. Patrick McKenzie, hero of mine, and then became a good friend when I met him here 10 years ago, gave this talk. I went and pulled the transcript from the Boss website, and when I converted his talk into embeddings, which are then stored in my vector store, which is Pinecone, it ends up looking something like this. You can see here that I have some metadata, so who the speaker was, what the source was, and then I have the text, and then you can see that it has values of what the text was converted to. So we're going to do this with all of our text. We're going to plot it all on a map. Then the user is going to come along, and the user is going to give us a query, a search phrase. We'll say something like, tell me about, I think Patrick talks about failure in this talk. So I would say, tell me a story about failure. And we're going to run that query through the same function, and we're going to get coordinates for it, and we're going to plot that query on the map, and then we're going to say, hey, grab me the 3 pieces of text that are closest. Does that make sense? All right, so we're converting it to 2-dimensional space, or more dimensions than that, but in our example, converting it to, and then we're going to go grab the text that's closest to it. And we're going to retrieve that text. And now, when we make a query to ChatGPT using the API, we are going to augment our generation with text that we have retrieved. So in practice, this is what it looks like in some code that I've written. So I have my prompt. I say, you are an archivist for the Business of Software conference. This is a question for a user. And prior to this, I have passed the same query into Pinecone, and I've retrieved I've told it to retrieve the 3 documents or the 3 pieces of text closest to the query. And then I augment my query down here at the bottom by pasting in, you can see on line 60, prompt plus equals, and then I'm pasting in the document. So I have both the metadata, and then you can see on line 64, the content, the text. All right, so I have augmented my generation with something that I have retrieved. It is Retrieval Augmented Generation.
Hey, what's up, everyone? That was a clip from the Business of Software conference, or BOSS. BOSS is my favorite conference. It's just this incredible community of people running software companies. And I'm going to be speaking at BOSS EU, which is happening March 31st, 2025, in the stunningly beautiful Cambridge, UK. I'll be talking about AI again, and would love to see you there.